worst food poisoning of my life. I was unwell for like a week. I still got to do things in the daytime, but by the afternoon, I was ill and I needed to be back at the villa, needed to be resting. My last day in Bali. And I have to say, I have some mixed feelings about it. This last week has been really up and down, not only because I got the worst food poisoning of my life. Maybe it wasn't the worst. I did have a really bad bout when I was in Vietnam. That really knocked me on my ass, but this was pretty bad. I was down for a week. I'm still not 100% better, and I had to get an IV transfusion yesterday because for a whole week, I was just feeling very, very unwell. But I guess my mixed feelings comes down to the fact that I love Bali. I had a lot of fun here. The locals are so lovely and obviously very hospitable. I guess where most of my mixed feelings come from is the fact that I don't care that it's so touristy. I mean, I don't know. I'm a tourist. I'm a traveler. So I don't care so much when other tourists and travelers like me. I think the concept of tourist and traveling is very cute. People saving up money so then they can have a holiday outside of their home country and experience a different environment, experience a different people. I feel like conceptually that's why the idea is very cute, but in real life, execution is not that great, and I can see why a lot of people are not super happy about the amount of tourism that happens in Bali and how a lot of people feel like it's ruined the island. I guess I've come to terms with the fact that there is no ethical way of living in a very post-capitalist era. And so whilst, yes, there are the pros and cons of tourism. On one hand, the Balinese people do rely on tourism. On the other hand, I guess a lot of people have this perception that there's maybe too much tourism, like the over-tourism has, really put a strain on the island and the locals as well. Obviously, I do notice, for instance, when I speak to a lot of my Grab drivers, that none of them actually live in Canggu or none of them really live in Bali. They're originally from other areas of Indonesia and they come here purely just to work. Anyway, my point with this spiel is I don't actually have a solution for it. For me, as a traveler, as a tourist, I feel like my responsibility is to come to a country, add money to their local economy, treat people well, and leave it maybe not better, but definitely not worse than when I found it. In the short times and the stints that I'm in these countries, I don't know how much better I can leave it, but I still want to make sure that I treat the people I come into contact with well. I make sure I tip well. I make sure that I at least learn the basic local languages here. I don't know, maybe there's more I can do, but I mean, insofar, I guess a lot of my mixed feelings comes down to the fact that even as a tourist myself, I do witness just the overindulgence of other travelers here, people who live here. It makes me wonder if I can live here. Probably not. Yes, it's got the really good balance of work and relaxation, and there's a lot of like-minded people here as well, but it is very hectic. It's very busy. It's not Bali itself. Like, I really enjoyed my time here, but in terms of setting up routes, this is probably not where I want to do it. I just want something a little bit quieter, not necessarily slower, but I'm not huge on partying. I'm not drinking at all, so none of the day clubs and stuff like that I'm interested in. The co-working spaces, you can see here I went to BWork and I really love my time here, but I haven't spent enough time to actually meet people, make some friends, and I really want to focus on that when I eventually go to Chiang Mai. It was just very, very on and on. I had to make sure that I met my own deliverables at my work. As you know, I'm also building my agency, so I'm working on my website. This last week, though, has really knocked me on my ass and has really sunk my productivity, but that's okay. We sort of roll with it, that's fine. On top of that, my best friend flew in, so I'm spending the next 3 weeks with him. We spent 5 days here in Bali and we did a bunch of things. We actually went and got matching rings made. That was so much fun. It was very hot and my stomach was a little bit, and I was not feeling very well, but I had so much fun. It was very interesting to be able to see the whole process of jewelry making, so I can add that to my resume. And I think it's fun. Like, it definitely could be something I could take up as a hobby. But like, look how cute. She's so adorable. I really enjoyed it. It's really one of my top activities here in Bali. I didn't do a lot of touristy stuff, but I would count that as a bit of a touristy thing to do. Whilst he was here, I also went and got some tarot reading done with him. We actually got it done twice at 2 different locations. Again, I feel like tarot is just one of those things where you either believe it or you don't, and that's totally fine. I take anything with a pinch of salt. I take religion with a pinch of salt. I feel like astrology and tarot reading does not hurt anyone. I think you can still be a tech and science girly and still believe in tarot, you know? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I had a lot of fun, and literally that's the point of coming here. And that's all I care about, being able to experience different things, different places, things I wouldn't normally be able to do. When's the last time you've been able to do something for the first time? I always ask myself that. Other than that, I also went and got 2 tattoos. They're still healing. She's kind of angry looking. Just like on my rib cage. Wasn't really a decision I had to sit on. I have like 3 micro tattoos, and they're all in red except for this one, which is white. And it was fun. It was cool. It's like a cute bonding experience. My last 2 tattoos I also got with my best friend, so I know, full circle. This is last big. Actually, no, I take that back. I was going to say this is our last holiday together, but we're more than likely going to see each other throughout the year. I'm very lucky that my friends are always keen to meet up with me, even if we're not in the same country. And with, like, in particular, he's able to travel quite a fair bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get to bump into each other again, maybe mid-year or end of year. Even though I don't have a lot of fixed plans for the middle of the year, I know I will end up in Japan at the end of the year because I really want to go snowboarding and I want to experience my first like white Christmas. I feel like I sound really tired, but I think I'm just still like recovering. My God. Mind you, I was very, very careful, but I couldn't even tell you if I got sick from a fine dining restaurant or like from a local urong. I actually don't know how I got sick. I was so careful about the ice I was drinking, about the bottled water. Also, I feel really bad because I feel like I'm using a lot of plastic bottles here, but it's the only water that I can drink. The last week has been fun regardless. I just have very mixed feelings about leaving. On one hand, I think maybe I haven't really experienced Bali fully to the extent that I perhaps should. And on the other hand, I feel like I'm quite ready to move to Thailand. I've lived there for a bit before in my younger years, and I miss it. I've been telling my friends this a lot since I planned this whole journey back in June last year, but I have this massive calling to be in Chiang Mai. I cannot tell you why. I've never been to Chiang Mai. I don't know why, but I just get this feeling that I'm meant to be there. And it's such a huge calling. Very excited to go. I don't know what awaits me there. I don't even know how long I'm staying there. All I know is that I just feel like it will make sense when I'm there. And I don't know, I could look back on this footage and be like, girl, what was you thinking? But at the same time, it's funny, having limitless options feels very overwhelming. Even though it is a sense of liberation, it is a sense of freedom, it is a lot. It's a lot of choices. I get analysis paralysis sometimes thinking about all the things and places I get to go to and be and do. Oh, I have a bit of a dizzy spin. I had to take a quick break. I was getting very dizzy. I feel like the heat's not helping and I'm still a little bit sick. Okay, but overall, I'm really excited. After this, my friend and I are flying out to Phuket tomorrow. We'll probably land around midday and then meet up with our other friends because we're all planning to head to EDC this week, which is happening over a 3-day period. It's the first time it's going to be hosted in Thailand, so that's actually going to be so exciting. I am going to take it pretty easy. It is really hot, but I feel it's going to be one of those core memory moments because how many times do you get to party overseas with your best friends at a music festival and just all stay together? I think it'll be really fun. After that, I'll be heading over to Bangkok for a couple of days just to get some shopping done, and then I'll finally head over to Chiang Mai. So I'm really looking forward to that. Actually, I have so much stuff on today. I need to go pick up my antibiotics from the clinic. I need to pick up my laundry, and then I need to smash out some work as well until dinner time tonight. It's now 11 a.m. so Gotta get moving before it gets way too freaking hot. I'm so grateful I got this opportunity to come here. It is my first time here, and every day I wake up and I'm just like, what can I do today? What can I get up to today? Should I get a massage? Should I start some work? Everything is fun. Even work is fun. Also, I need to make another video update on what I've been doing with work because I want to get more done. But really, the first 2 weeks of January this year it's been a bit of a ride, health-wise, I think. But yeah, God, I really can't wait to feel myself again. If you have any tips for Phuket or Bangkok, let me know. I might not get a chance to do it in Phuket, but Bangkok, I really want to find some co-working spaces. I have a goal of making a new friend in every city, at least one new friend. I can't keep using the excuse that I'm an introvert and then not going out to meet people. The whole point of traveling is that I get to meet new people. And the fact that I have my best friend who is so extroverted, I feel like I've been using him as a bit of a crutch. So once I start fully being on my own again, yes, my goal is to make at least one new friend in every city. I think that would be fun. I'm not so socially awkward that that's an impossibility. I just need to keep pushing myself out of my comfort zone, I think. Anyway, I hope you made it to the end of this because the energy is a little bit low, I'm afraid. I'm just a little bit sick. Can't wait. I will see you in Thailand. Anyway, I love you. Bye.